How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another episode of Matt's Guns, and today I kind of got a treat for you. Cool thing, and a couple of treats, actually. One of the treats, I would say, I have been upgrading my cameras, so now when I work on the firearm, I have a little camera lens right here, and you guys can actually physically see what I'm doing. That was one of the good things, so we're upgrading filming, so where you guys get a more better of experience. And our special guest today is this bad boy. This is a Winchester Model 55. This gun was built in 1931 is when it was manufactured. And this one has a little bit of a history. The history is the customer brought it in. He bought it years ago at a thrift store that he worked at. And the guy brought it in, and it was a lamp. Not kidding you. The guy said it was a lamp. As you can see right here. Can't unload it, but there is a serial number, which made it, yep, it's an actual Winchester. Not a mockery serial number, it's a legit serial number. Everything is in here, even, the breech. But what he said, they had it wrapped around. They welded right here, but I think they soldered it. So we got to get that open so we can get it into the guts. But I believe they wrapped a cord around, pinned something here, had the light bulb on top of the lampshade. And this was years ago. The guy paid $100 for it. And the funny part is this pew is actually worth about $2,400 now. So I told him how much the cost is going to be. He says, "Fucking do it." I only paid $100 for it, so it's a great investment. And if there's any, and the funny part is, I also told the customer, we even have parts for this. If parts need to replace, he's like, "Do it. Just get it up and running. I want to shoot it." I'm like, okay. So this was made in 1931, and this one is stamped with 30 W.C.F, which is Winchester center fire cartridges, pretty much. So a 30-30, a little bit difference, but yeah. So I'm going to tear this bad boy apart, but first we got to get that open. Now what I mean by that, some of you are like, "Oh, it's lever action, it doesn't open." Well, Winchester it does. This is mine. This is I restored it myself. This is a 64, model 64, right here. This is a not 64, sorry. This is a pre-64. This is a 94. Dyslexia kicked in, sorry. But as you can see, when I rack it, you see how the breech load comes up right here? Drops a slide, which also, holds the bolt in place when you fire it. So when you rack it, that's right there. See how it goes down? That's why this gate needs to open. I can never remember the name of this damn thing. But, so what I'm going to do is get this part open so I could actually take apart the rest of the gun. So, I'm going to switch to my glasses and we'll get on this stuff, dude. So, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys like. We'll do a little show here right now, what we got going on. We've got a little bit of surface rust in there. The wood is great, though. The wood is really, really great. There's a little couple of nicks, as you can see, where they, had the core to go up so they could turn it to the lampshade. But everything else looks good. The rifling, I can barely see to about right here until I get this completely open, be able to shove a flashlight in there. I can see if there's any good rifling or if it's really rusted. I am actually kind of worried when we get in here, because if I see surface rust like this, more than likely there's probably already rust in here, because anything could happen, depending on how the firearm was stored over the time frame and everything like that. But I can tell a lot of it was in the West Coast, because usually when I get an East Coast gun and it's been sitting in the attic for a long time, the East Coast has a lot of moisture. Where here in Arizona we live in a desert, and same with California, it's mainly desert, so we don't deal with high amounts of humidity and shit like that. Very rarely, but like you guys like to say, "Did you hate?" So yeah, let me go ahead and transfer over my glasses and we will get started. And again, thank you for welcome to Matt's Guns. Let's have some fun, shall we? Cool. Now we are recording. Awesome. Let's give this a try now. Let's go ahead and put this in a little handy dandy vise here. Alright, so what I need to do is lightly file right here. I got a couple of files. The reason why I'm not using a grinding wheel is if I could try to use a grinding wheel, there's not really much I could do. I could try to come from the other side. But the bad thing about this, it'll scratch up here more. It might bounce and hit the nick of the lever. So we're going to go slow and old school. Don't worry, I will speed up the process so y'all ain't sitting there forever today. But I can't tell if it's welded or soldered, but it looks soldered. So we're going to try and get this all set, ready to go. You can kind of see the outline of it. Alright, well, I'll be right back. We're going to have to use a cutting wheel. I hope I have a small one because this one is too big and I just need to barely get behind it. And if I have a smaller one, I can maybe make it work. Let me look over here. Nope. No, is the smaller. So I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, and see if I have a smaller grinding wheel, because it looks like that might be my only option, because I need to get in there. So we will be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. Well, we're going to have to do something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to use a grind wheel. I kind of have no choice, because how deep it's in there. So we're going to take this little bad boy, which is actually a little bit better compared to what the one I have. I had to run to the hardware store because I thought I had a smaller one maybe, but it shows that I don't. So, as you can see the difference in the sizes right here, why it's okay to go ahead and use this one, but I just got to keep more of a touch. I'm going to turn down the speed. We're going to keep it at 5,000. But let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, you filthy. I'll get the best that I can here. Yep, we got sparks. There we go. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. Got it open. Oh yeah, rough as shit. We got to really polish this bad boy, but it is open. There we go. Which is not that bad because I had to do a little bit of filing right here, re-smooth it out. And same with the bolt. Got to whatever, but oh yeah, that thing is nasty. Cool, let's see if I can find a flashlight real quick. Or just, my light right here. Sorry if it's blinding you. We just got to check the rifling, make sure it's all good. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull this bolt out first. Alright, so let's go ahead and get her taken apart then. Whew. Fucking got her. Now we're talking. Progress, that's right, progress. God, I hate using a grinding wheel. I really wish it were a little bit easier to... I seriously hate using grinding wheels. I really do. I thought it would just be, a flush weld, but apparently not. But as you can see, up on the sides here and everything, I got to redo some stuff. I got to reorganize my toolbox. That ain't mine. All right, now get this bad boy completely taken apart. Once we do that, we can really fully inspect it. And I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a couple of day project. But let's go ahead and get my other tools. Ugh. Get her started. Yeah. All right. So let's go and get the stock off and stuff. There we go. Actually, I can throw my screws in there. Nope, you're too wide. There we go. Ooh, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? Come on. Oh, I'm trying to... Really? Really? Trying to bring you back to life and you want to fight me? May have been too wide. Yeah, should we get a little more? Nope, way too wide. Wrong one. That's what happens when I don't pay attention. There we go. Oh, man. Okay, yep. Oh, God, that ain't coming off. What about you? Well, that one's coming off. That's a good thing. That one might not be coming off because that could be the... what holds the... Yep, that's what holds the spring. Alright, we got you off. You go in there. Yeah, it's not looking so bad. Does need some polishing though. A lot of polishing. Alright, now let's get the tube off. Ooh, you've been on there for a hot minute, aren't you? Oh, it's a 55, not a fucking 94. It's on both sides, man. Alright, there we go. Oh. Come on. Oh, you're gonna be like that, aren't you? Two. Trust me, that happens a lot more than you think. Alright. Make sure everything is there. Keep the wood together. Smooth that out too. Alright, now let's get to the meat and potatoes of the firearm. Well, we're going to try and... hopefully this works. I really don't use this stuff that much, but it's foamy. Let's see if I get that broken off here in a little bit. Yeah, safety's not engaging. That's not completely locking all the way up. Yeah. So we're going to have to do it this way then. See if there's any scrapage here. That's where did my thingy go? You know, I hate it when this happens. Don't you guys hate this when that happens? You set something down, you think it's in the right spot, and then all of a sudden you're like, crap. I misplaced it somewhere else. There you are. Let's see if there's anything maybe. Oh yeah. You got some fucking crud in there. All that old grease and crud and stuff is what maybe be holding it all back in. Acts like, you know, like it's welding itself with the old patina. So I'm digging in here to get a better bite. Oh, there you are. There's my little rags. And so when I get a better bite, it's going to be easier to come off, but I'm trying to get as much buildup here off as much as possible, because sometimes it happens. You'll get all this leftover residue from back in the day just caked on there, and sometimes to help it out to churn easier, you need to scrape the sides to maybe get a better bite. Let's see if I can find one that's gonna fit the whole thing, so I have even a bigger bite. Ooh, that's in there deeper, good, but I want a bigger one. It just, it's the whole screw, so it's biting the whole thing. There we go. So when I get a whole bite, it's a lot easier to come out instead of, you know, yeah. Yeah. Come on. That's it. Get ready for this to possibly pop out because the spring is under tension from the hammer. Just in case so it don't hit me in the dick. It's a patty. And if you're laughing, yes, it has happened before because it does not feel good. There we go. Push this out. We'll get this clean too. The cool thing is it acts like a revolver. If you ever opened up a revolver before, you'll see a little, God, that's nasty, a little leaf spring like so to hold the revolver for the hammer for the revolver. Now everything should be a lot simpler coming out. The key word is a lot simpler. But we're going to play it on the safe side because this gun's almost 100 years old. Soda break. So we're going to scrape in between these grooves here so we can get as much bite as possible. So the more bite we have, the easier for the screw to come out. Ah. Yeah, this thing is caked in there. Just caked in there. There we go. See what other screws there may be, like this one right here. Oh yeah, see all that stuff is coming out? That's why sometimes you'll want to have your little dental picks. So you get as much out of them in between them. So your screwdriver has as much grip as possible. Especially on an old gun like this, because these screws are actually made by hand back in that day. It's not like they had a lot of machines that did it for them, so they kind of made them by hand. If you look at a lot of older weaponry too, from like the early 1930s and lower, you'll see where the screw isn't like centered at all or anything like that. It's like some on the side and stuff. That makes you tell it's been hand done. The reason why I can tell these are hand done is how deep it goes in. There we go. Good. That one's already good. Now on this one, we'll scrape the outsides of each just to make sure. One last pass before we start removing things. Alright, good. Then we gotta later on smooth all this out and everything. That's why we're gonna wanna get all this done. Oh yeah, there you are. Wow, look at that. See, and sometimes they just come out all nice and easy like what you want. What's up, B-Walk?
I'm gonna hang these bags.
You gonna hang bags? Okay. I mean, it's Sunday.
No, it's not that.
What? Something to do because you're bored?
No, I just don't know why he thinks it's okay to.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. Alrighty.
It's a little weird.
Oh. Alright, got a little punchies here and just tap-tap-a-roo the rest of the way out if needed. Alright, there's another one of the screws. So that should fall forward and I should be able to they weld this too. I could see the lines, they didn't weld it. That's interesting, but let's try and get this hammer out real quick. That's what I'm trying to do. Looks like my little lever latch is just in the way. There we go. Had to engage the safety. Let me slowly pull out. There we go. There's the hammer. This is a trip. Normally this right here should slide right off, but it's not. We'll see that why in a minute. We'll get everything else out real quick. What's up? Oh, they're all right. Alrighty, so now we're gonna pop the pin. Gonna come up over through here. Put the pin in. And then now what we gotta do is make sure this is lined up. So we're gonna pop a pin out right here that holds the lever and the bolt together. That's too wide. There we go. Before we punch it through, make sure we're lined up, which we are. Probably have to give her a little tap our ruber. There she goes. We'll leave that there. Pop that there. Good, so that's out of the way. And what we're going to do here is now we should be able to slide out our lever. There, like I said, we should be able to slide the lever. Alright, so we're going to slide this out. So we're going to drop that one out. Let me grab my little hingy. There you are. That's what I need. I know some of y'all are probably going crazy, like, oh my god, do you see how dirty his stuff is? Yeah, I know, it's dirty. Punch this down. Oh yeah, skip the step. I forgot the center screw, which also holds that in place. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this to alleviate the tension. Right there. We should be able to just push it right on out. And it may need a little bit of assistance.
What happened to your finger?
And knock someone out. But I'm going to push this through. Get that pin all the way out. There we go. Put the pin in here. Oh man, I think it's on there, aren't you? You should just slide right off right there. Alright, well, we're just going to pull off all the screws and then pull everything out. You know, these are going to be probably 2 of these somewhere are dummy screws, and I think these are the ones, but probably not. I'd rather open up everything and get it all set, ready to go for cleaning and maintenance and everything, and gone through and check all the parts. Do this one. There we go. There we go. Get the bolt out. Thank God for that. There we go. Then I can slide this off. Oh, yeah, that stuff is caked on there. Pull that through now. That's the breech. This is which loads the neck. Oh God, it is nasty in there. Oh, here we go. There's all of its pieces except for you. Why are you not coming undone? That's what drives me crazy. Yeah, see what that's? It's all held on right here. Now the reason why this should come off is that the bolt right here also holds, you know, the hammer and this lower trigger piece. And what I'm trying to do is figure out why you ain't coming off. It doesn't look welded together. You can see the cracks all the way through on this side, so I'm going to figure out why this is not doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, you're supposed to pop out too. You're the, good Lord. This thing is nasty. There we go. No movement. Let's keep on trying in a little bit. Normally all I gotta do is grip the two and it should pinch right off. Seeming like it's not wanting to. Yep, I guess we're going to keep that on there and polish it up that way then. Because I do not want to try and get this completely. Oh, no, I'm going to have to. But what is weird, it's not wanting to come off. So, we are going to lube it and hopefully come back to it. Right now, that's what we're trying to do, is get it on through. Let this do a little bit of its magic since it's a solvent and a lubricant at the same time. So we're going to see. While that's soaking in, I will talk to you guys here in a minute. I'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. Alright, let's go ahead and check on our little thingy here. See, this part right here is supposed to pop down. Put my glass down a little bit more. I was also doing editing at the same time. I was waiting for this to soak up, making sure you guys get the best view as possible. There we go. We're getting wiggly. We are getting wiggly. Come on, you bastard. Come on out. Come on out. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is tap it backwards. I'm going to have to file this out anyways. Oh, come on. So usually you should be able to grip real tight and pop back. Well, it is not doing that as much as it should. See how we're not getting any movement now? It should be able to pull right straight back, because as you can see, the screw will go completely through here, will hold the whole trigger mechanism, as also holding the hammer so it keeps it center. And what you usually should be able to do is grip right here real hard, and this will pinch up and all that other fun stuff. Right now, because it's all grody, I am trying to get it to slide out. Because this is on there. Oh, come on. Almost there. See, and what's wording me out is it should just slide out right now because it gets narrower on the way out. I can tell it's almost there. So it says it's supposed to go down and up. Now we're getting all this movement. That's what I want. Come on, you pain in the dick. Got to keep moving her around then, I guess. Alright. Oh my lord, nope. Alright. Alrighty. Let's just keep moving her around then, I guess. That's all we can do. Some more lube in there since we have some space. Get it all nice and foamy. Spray all this in there to get it all nice and lubey. So I start tapping it back in. Ah, almost. It's almost out. Almost out. I'm gonna actually use a bigger punch. Do mild tappage. You're slowly getting there, I think. Oh, man. Yep, we're gonna put it back in the vise and see if we can smack it out of there. Oh, yeah. We gotta throw it back in the vise and see what we could do from there. Because this thing needs to come out in order for me to do the rest of the pew-pew. My hand is covered in oil and I do not want to slip on my hammer and bust a knuckle. As you see, it's slowly starting to get out. And so that is what we are working on. There it is. That's the piece. Y'all see how grody stuff is and all in there. I already checked the rifling, so the rifling is, it's like it's never been shot. That's a good thing. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. That is fully disassembled. And what we're going to do is pick this back up tomorrow because it's almost closing time. So, we will see you guys tomorrow for part 2. Oh man, this thing is nasty. And what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to put it in our cleaning solution tank here. And the reason for that is it'll help get a lot of the grimy stuff off. And it might expose some more rust to where I need to, pay a little bit more attention on and the cleaning. So what we'll do is a 2-stage process. The first stage, drop in our lovely subsonic cleaner to get it all, whatever I can't reach, it can, and then we'll drop it in for a few hours into the oil. And the temperature we'll probably sit at is about 200 to really wash it, and we'll do it a couple of times, and then we'll get it all cleaned up, all the parts, everything. We'll get all cleaned up tomorrow and clean up all in here, do whatever we can to get rid of the surface rust, and then take care of the other parts as well. We're going to throw them in the tank also, same with the bolt. And we'll take that apart tomorrow and get it all set down to go and hopefully get her back together. Jesus, this stuff is like super glue on there. It's all just nasty. I probably don't know how many years it's sat, but the guy says he worked for this place like 20 years ago. And another thing is, this gun was made in 1931. But, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great day now.